my disk style is compliant. I want to focus on factual issues and don't want to work on attitude. I prefer only one method of sales and don't want to be distracted. I don't want to change the way I'm currently doing my job. I prefer dealing with the facts. My primary sensory dominance is auditory. I will look left or right when asked a question. I will use my hands very little. I will tend to discuss things in terms of sounds. I hear, loud and clear, sounds alike. Major issues. The interns don't want to stay in sales, so I'm not getting no new hires from them. The interns aren't trained in the Sandler method, so I have to retrain them. The interns can't demonstrate skills. Nonverbal and verbal actions for mirroring. Rub chin, rest head on hand, fold hands. Come in.
Good morning, Frank. How are you?
Good morning, Solange. I'm doing very well with you.
Very well, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to meet with me today. I know we agreed to spend 20 minutes together. Is that still okay?
Yeah.
Great. The last time we spoke, you mentioned having some issues with interns in the past. Is that correct?
Correct.
Number one, you mentioned that many did not want to stay in sales. Is that correct?
Yes.
Number two, was that many were not trained in the Sandler method, so you had to retrain them?
Correct. I prefer only one method of sales and don't want to be distracted.
Yes, I hear you loud and clear. Another issue you mentioned was that the interns weren't trainable. Could you elaborate?
Yes. They didn't have the basic people skills.
I see. In addition to those issues, is there something else that you might want to talk about today?
Well, many of the interns didn't demonstrate the skills necessary for customer interaction.
I understand. You are looking for interns with basic communication skills.
Correct.
Naturally, you want to ask me questions about the university. Please feel free to ask as many questions that you might have.
Sure.
Obviously, I need to have a full understanding of the existing issues that you are facing in order to help you and your company's needs. Is it okay that I ask you questions?
Sure.
Now, some of these questions might be quite detailed. Would you feel comfortable if I take some notes?
No problem.
Thank you. Now, typically, one of two things will result from our conversation today. We may see, after our questions and answers, that from your point of view, you feel that there isn't a match. If that's the case, would you feel comfortable saying, "Thanks for coming by, but I don't see a match"?
Yes, I'll be fine with that.
Great. I would appreciate that. On the other hand, I might find that there isn't a match, that we don't have the interns that you are looking for. Would it be okay for me to communicate that to you?
Sure, I would appreciate the honesty.
Great. On the other hand, we may find that it makes sense to proceed to the next step. Would it be okay for us to spend 2 minutes discussing how we will proceed?
Yes, that sounds good.
Perfect. Is there anything else that you would like to add to today's agenda?
Not at this moment.
Okay, let's get started. You mentioned that the interns did not understand selling and they could not communicate very well. Tell me a little bit more about that.